Friends, today we are going to explain a recent murder history movie named Silence 2, which you will like. So please like the video as well. Let us start the story. At the beginning of the movie, we are shown a girl who spends quality time with her boyfriend and starts going home. Then she sees something in her boyfriend's laptop that she probably should not have seen. And that girl now takes a photo of that thing, after which someone attacks that girl. This changes the scene where we also see Avinash, who is going somewhere in his car. Then he sees a man on the way who is forcing himself on a girl. Then Avinash teaches a good lesson to that man by beating him so that he never does this to any other girl again. Then after a while, Avinash gets a call from the commissioner. He tells Avinash about the shootout in the night bar in which 8 to 10 people were killed. Then Avinash asks the local police to handle this case, but the commissioner forces Avinash to hand over this case to his special team unit because a minister's PA was killed in the shootout in that bar. That is why he was under pressure from above, after which Avinash took this case. In the next scene, Avinash reaches the crime scene with his team, where Avinash's team consists of Inspector Amit, Raj, and Officer Sanjana. Avinash now investigates the crime scene thoroughly, where he sees that the killer has killed 10 people, after which he talks to the bar owner and takes the CCTV footage of the murder so that he can find out about the killer. Then the next day, Avinash discusses the crime scene with his team, where we see the girl whom we saw at the beginning of the movie, and her name is Asma. Avinash, along with his colleagues, he tells Amit that if the killer came to kill the minister's PA, why did he kill the people on the chair? Also, the killer shot those sitting with the minister's PA on their chairs, but killed Asma and Irfan, so their bodies were on the ground. Avinash couldn't understand what happened. Suddenly, Sanjana tells Avinash that Govind, found unconscious at the scene, has regained consciousness. Now Avinash goes to the hospital and asks Govind about what happened at the crime scene. Govind explains that people were enjoying themselves in the bar when suddenly, a man in a black hoodie came in and started shooting everyone brutally. Govind couldn't see the killer's face because it was covered by a mask, and soon after that, he fainted from fear. Avinash then watches the CCTV footage from outside, where he sees 2 men going in from outside. The first man came in a white hoodie, and the second man came in a black hoodie with a gun in his hand. It means that it is possible that both of them were accomplices, and they killed everyone together. Now Avinash thinks a lot and finds out that the killer's target was not the minister's PA, but Asma, who had come to the bar with Irfan. The killer murdered the rest to hide Asma's murder so that no one could know who committed it, and the police could not find any evidence, meaning that Avinash now had to gather information about Asma. Only then could he solve this case and discover who committed all these murders. Meanwhile, we see that Avinash is moving into his new house when he receives a call from an inspector named Jaya, who had worked with him earlier. Jaya talks to Avinash about the murder case of a girl named Tara and sends her photo to Avinash, as she feels there is a pattern similar to a previous case in Tara's murder. Now Avinash meets a boy named Winston. Now an expert, he describes the devastating crime scene. All these murders were committed with bullets from a silent gun. When fired, no sound is heard. At the police station, Raj informs Avinash about Asma, and they learn about Rizwan, a friend of Asma and Irfan, who can likely provide a lot of information. Now we see that Avinash is sitting with the commissioner, and he tells the commissioner everything, that the killer's main target was not PA, but Asma. He tells the commissioner everything, after which the commissioner gives Avinash 2 days to solve the case. And Avinash now goes to the police station and asks to contact the Rizwan because he can give them a lot of information. Next, Doctor tells the details of Asma's body on the phone, in which there is a mark of injury on Asma's face, and it happened 2 days before the murder. The killer shot Asma near his heart, leaving blood splatters everywhere. Hearing this, Avinash felt it was a case of love and revenge. Now we see a man named Arjun Chauhan, who looks like a psycho, and he was rehearsing for some drama. After that, we see a girl named Rimjim in the old building who was with a girl named Priya. Priya was talking about making Rimjim a heroine. Looking at this scene, it seemed that something was going wrong here, and something wrong was going to happen to that girl. Now we see a man named Gaurav talking to Arjun Chauhan and saying that he has taken care of the matter, which could be someone's murder. When Avinash's team goes to Rizwan's house, it is locked, and the neighbor auntie tells them that Rizwan has gone to the village. After that, Avinash's team goes to Ozma's room where everything is scattered. It seemed that the killer tried to find something in Ozma's room, but he did not find anything. Avinash's team now searches Ozma's room where they find very expensive dresses and gifts in Ozma's wardrobe, whereas Ozma is not so rich, due to which Avinash's team understands that Ozma worked as a call girl. That's why she had such expensive things. Avinash now gets a doctor's slip from Ozma's room. After this, he goes to this doctor to find out about Ozma. Now the doctor tells Avinash that Ozma came to him for treatment 2 days ago because she had an injury on her face. Then, Avinash asks the doctor about Ozma's family. Then the doctor says that only her mother is in her family, who does not like Ozma's work. That's why she went to her village. Avinash's team now goes to Ozma's mother and tells her that her daughter is dead. Hearing this, she gets upset. Police found a pen drive in her mother's house, which was sent by Ozma. When Avinash checks the pen drive, he finds a dead girl's photo in it. Seeing this, Avinash remembers that he had seen that girl's photo somewhere. Then Avinash checks his phone and finds a similar murder photo that Jaya had sent Avinash, which means that Ozma came to know about this murder beforehand. So maybe that's why the killer killed Ozma. In the next scene, we see that Priya brings 2 girls to Rimjim, whom she also promised to make heroine, which means that she is planning something big. Now we come to know that Arjun is a little psycho person who takes therapy from a doctor. And now Sanjana gets a call from the doctor, who tells her that Rizwan has returned and wants to meet them. Then Avinash's team goes and talks to Rizwan. Now Rizwan says that Ozma was a call girl, and a client punched her in the face, for which she got 10,000 rupees extra. When Rizwa asked her the reason for the injury, she said that such incidents are common in this business, after which Rizwan took her to a doctor for treatment. Then, after offering namaz on the 4th date, Rizwan went to his village. Avinash suspects that Rizwan is hiding something. Then Avinash asks Rizwan for the train ticket by which he went to his village, and Rizwan shows him the ticket. However, Avinash was still suspicious of Rizwan. Avinash now talks with Jaya about Ozma and Tara's murder case. When Avinash learns that the man who killed Tara sent the photo of her dead body to Ozma's killer's laptop, and Ozma got it, Ozma was killed to keep it secret. That means both cases are related, and one man behind it all. Gaurav now tells Arjun about a big deal that will give him a lot of money. Here Jaya, after investigating Tara's case, tells the Avinash's team that expensive clothes and gifts were found in her house while her room was normal, which means that both Tara and Ozma were call girl and worked for the same organization. Avinash's team now finds out about a girl named Amisha from the call records of Ozma, who was probably her friend. Along with this, they also come to know about a man named Rajiv, who could have been Ozma's client. In this scene, Avinash's team comes to know another thing, that Ozma gets to know about her client through a coded message that where she has to go and at what time. Avinash's team records it and quickly goes for investigation. Then, when Avinash went to the address with the message, it was locked. After this, Avinash goes to Rajiv and asks him about Ozma, who probably turns out to be one of the clients. Then Rajiv says that he does not know anything about Ozma, but Avinash knows that Rajiv is hiding something from him, so he starts taking Rajiv with him to jail. Then, out of fear of jail, Rajiv says that he met Ozma in a hotel where he talked to her. Then he came to know that she was a call girl, after which she gave him her number and he used to call her through direct message. He does not know about any agency of Ozma. At the police station, Sanjana tells Avinash that she found out from the Ozma's call records that the number she received messages about clients changed every time. When Sanjana talked to the service provider, she discovered all these numbers were registered to a woman named Poonam Sharma. Then after a while, Avinash meets Amisha, who was Ozma's friend. Amisha tells that she does not know anything about anyone, just she gets a code message which tells her where and when she need to go. Then Avinash asks Amisha, "How did you get into this business?" Then Amisha tells that some people came to her house who told her family that they will make her a heroine, after which those people took her away by giving money to her family, and in the name of audition sent her to a client where he raped her, and by doing this got her stuck in this business. Avinash now says that Ozma saw something in her client's laptop, after which she asked Amisha to meet her, meaning that she should be killed for that. Hearing this, Amisha gets scared and runs away quickly because she was afraid for her life. Then here Inspector Raj and Amit go to Poonam's house, where they see that Poonam is an old woman whose ID has been used to get SIM cards. Poonam does not know anything else. In the next scene, Avinash goes to Amisha's house, where he sees that someone has killed her. The doctor examines Amisha's corpse and says someone murdered Amisha, cutting his hand with a knife to make it look like suicide. The suicide note likely be the killer's writing. Avinash's mind gets disturbed, feeling responsible for Amisha's death. He asks his team to solve the case quickly to prevent future loss of life. In the police station, Sanjana reads Amisha's diary. She had planned to go to Jaipur from 11th to 15th and had written in small letters in the diary that more corpses will be there. Amisha had hinted to Avinash that more girls are trapped in this business. Avinash asks his colleagues to find out the details of passengers going from Mumbai to Jaipur on 11th, in which girls of 15 to 20 years of age are going to travel alone. What trouble did you get your granddaughter into? Amisha's grandmother says all this was done by his parents for money, and she know nothing. Then Avinash's team lists passengers from Mumbai to Jaipur, finding 7 girls aged 15 to 18 traveling alone. Avinash realized this is a child trafficking case where girls are misled into prostitution. After this, Avinash asks his team to call on the numbers of all the girls which were given to him by the airlines, so that maybe they can find out something about those girls. Then, Avinash calls Jaya and tells her everything and asks her to find the girls in Jaipur airport so that they can avoid any wrongdoings with the girls. Next, we see some boys in a villa in Jaipur who had come to celebrate the bachelor party of Minister's son Sunny. Here Jaya tries to find those girls at Jaipur airport, and she does not find anyone, but we see that a car is going behind Jaya, in which a woman named Kanika is taking some girls with her. Here, Avinash now tells everything to the commissioner and says that some girls are being taken from Mumbai to Jaipur and something wrong can happen to them. They have to quickly go to Jaipur and catch them, after which Avinash leaves for Jaipur with his team. That is, Kanika takes 7 girls with him for lunch at the hotel, and Rimjim secretly goes to the washroom and calls her home because she has a phone, but her phone is not reachable. Suddenly, Amit calls Rimjim from the number given by the airline and asks about her. Then Rimjim says that she has come to Jaipur with 6 girls. Then Kanika's voice is heard, and Rimjim disconnects the phone and goes into the bathroom. However, Kanika snatches Rimjim's phone when she finds out her phone. Amit calls Avinash and gives him Rimjim's number and tells him about her location. Here, in Villa, from the conversations of Sunny's friends, we know that one by one girl would come to their rooms. These girls are those whom Avinash had come to Jaipur to save. At night, Kanika sends all the girls to rooms in Villa by luring them with audition, so she can give the girls to her clients. Avinash's team also goes to the hotel after finding out the last location of Rimjim's number, from where they get to know about a villa nearby. Here Sunny's friends go to the girls' rooms and start forcing on them. Suddenly, Avinash comes with his entire team and raids the villa and saves all the girls. Then Sunny, the minister's son, comes with a gun pointed at a girl's head, but Avinash snatches Sunny's gun and beats him badly. Here Jaya and Sanjana catch Kanika, from whom they get to know about Gaurav. When Gaurav is about to escape from his room, the police come and catch Gaurav as well, But Gaurav had told everything to his leader before the police caught him, and he escaped. The next day, when Avinash's team interrogates Gaurav, Gaurav says that he has not murdered anyone. He just works for a man named Arjun Chauhan, from whom he gets money. The police now make Arjun's poster and distribute it around so that they can find out about Arjun. Jaya now tells Avinash that Gaurav runs a design shop under which he supplies girls. Avinash now asks Gaurav about Tara. Then Gaurav says that a man named Jeremy Johnson had come from Dubai who liked Tara. He fulfilled his wild fantasy with Tara, due to which Tara was killed because he had become too wild. However, that man escaped from here. Hearing this, Avinash becomes very angry and starts beating Gaurav. Avinash realizes that Arjun Chauhan is behind all this trafficking business and vows to catch him at any cost. Then Avinash and his team rescue all the girls and bring them back to Mumbai. The commissioner is pleased with Avinash's work, but Avinash remains unsatisfied because he still needs to catch the main killer responsible for everything. At the police station, Avinash talks with Amit. Amit says they did not find any man matching the description of Arjun that Gaurav had given. Avinash rechecks the evidence and discovers that Rizwan lied about catching the train on the 4th after offering namaz. The namaz was the next day, and he actually caught the train on the 5th. The police then go to Rizwan's house and arrest him. Avinash beats Rizwan, who then reveals that on the 3rd, Asma said she saw something on her client's laptop that could help her escape this business. Then on the 4th, when Rizwan was going to his village, he got a call from Arjun and he asked him to threaten a girl who was blackmailing him. After this, Rizwan left his train and went to a bar to threaten that girl, where he saw that Asma was there, meaning Arjun had asked him to threaten Asma. Rizwan was talking to Asma and Irfan. Then a man with a black hoodie came and killed everyone there, and took Rizwan with him, after which Rizwan escaped from that man, and the next day he went to his village. Avinash now understood that killer did all this to trap Rizwan. And when Asma came to know about Tara's murder, she told Amisha so that both of them could escape from this business, due to which both of them were killed. Avinash learns another thing here, that the man Asma used to meet was probably Arjun, who had fallen in love with Asma. That is why he did not kill Asma, even after he saw Tara's last photo. Now Avinash had a lot of questions running in his mind for which he did not have answers, and Sanjana now tells Avinash that none of the people whom she has questioned so far has seen Arjun. And Rizwan is Arjun's special man who handles all his business. Also, the interesting thing is that all the call girls send 1,20,000 rupees to Arjun every month, which Rizwan used to forward to Arjun. Avinash now goes and beats Rizwan again, because he was not telling him the whole thing. Then, Rizwan says he collects 1,20,000 rupees from 30 call girls every month and gives it to Arjun. But he hasn't seen Arjun because he deposits the money in the artifact company's account. Avinash's team discovers the address of the artifact company and heads there, where they find Rajiv. Rajiv informs Avinash that Arjun Chauhan is his brother-in-law. Following this, Avinash apprehends Arjun. However, Arjun is unaware of any involvement in the murders and escort business, behaving like a madman. Despite this, Avinash's team uncovers all the evidence in Arjun's room, proving he was managing the entire escort business. But Avinash realized this wasn't the Arjun they were looking for. Someone is cleverly trapping Arjun so that he can escape, because as soon as they found Arjun, they easily got all the evidence which they were looking for so long. And anyway, Arjun was a madman who was not capable of doing all this work. Avinash's team still catches Arjun and takes him away because they had to show something to the commissioner. Now as Avinash starts leaving, Rajiv's wife's purse falls and Avinash helps her in picking it up. Then Avinash goes to the police station and thinks about who is behind these cases, hiding from their eyes. He remembers something as he lights a cigarette with Chotu's match. Shortly after, Avinash talks to Rajya's wife Arti and asks where she was between the 11th and 14th. Arti said she had gone to Bangalore for a holiday. Then Avinash says that she is lying because her car was seen on the Mumbai-Delhi highway, where she had rented a car in Delhi to go to Jaipur. Arti replies to this, that what if I went to Jaipur? Again, Sanjana shows Arti's medical report, according to which her father had got her hormone surgery done. Arti says that yes, she had got it done because she is a lesbian. Arti now tells Avinash her story that her father did not like her being a lesbian at all. After which, one day, he came to know about his son who was born from his mistress. He was very happy to know this, and he transferred everything to his son Arjun, and he forcibly got Arti married to Rajiv because he did not want Arti to get involved with any girl. After telling all this, Arti tells Avinash, if you have any proof against me, then tell me, otherwise, don't waste my time. Then Avinash reveals Arti's secret and says, you disguised yourself as Arjun so that you can trap your stepbrother Arjun, and then you can get all the property and money of your father. Avinash now says that Ozma used to work for you, when you came to know that Ozma has no problem getting intimate with lesbian. So you started talking to her. Then one day, Ozma took the photo of Tara's murder from your laptop, and she with Amisha started blackmailing you. After this, you killed Ozma, and when you went to kill Amisha, you had a fight with her, due to which one of your hair got stuck in Amisha's nail, and by which they got Arti's DNA sample, which proves that Arti killed Amisha. Then, they checked Arjun's voice, which was done with the help of a voice app. After filtering that voice, they got a voice like Arti's. Even the handwriting of Amisha's suicide note matches Arti's writing. Avinash now asks Arti, why did you do all of this? And why did you kill all those people in the bar? Then Arti says that all the outsiders came in my way. That's why I killed them all, because I didn't want to take even the slightest risk. Then he asks about trafficking of girls. Now Arti says that she did all this for money, and anyway, all this keeps happening with girls, even if it happens after marriage. Again, she's giving good money and a good lifestyle to the girls. By saying this, Arti was justifying her crime. After this, Arti escapes and jumps from the roof and gives up her life because she knew that she will not be able to survive, after which this case ends here. Then in the police station, Sanjay asks Avinash that how did you know that Arti behind all this? When Avinash says he saw a box of matches in Arti's bag, the same one he saw in Jaipur, it made him suspect Arti. After investigating, Arti turned out to be the murderer. Now Avinash's team relaxes and starts going home, but then they get another case, and the movie ends here. So friends, part 3 will also come,